Welcome to the High School Spotlight. I'm your host, Taylor Nettle, and welcome into our first episode of 2026. We've got an action-packed episode for you today. Over on the pitch, we catch up with some of the outstanding teams that are having strong performances this season. And we introduce you to an athlete who's been a key part of the Mandeville girls soccer team. Plus, we tell you the latest on high school hoops around the state. We take one last look back at football state championships, introducing you to the Warrick Dunn Award finalists. But first, we start things off over on the hardwood, catching up with the Westgate Tigers. Don't go anywhere. The High School Spotlight is just getting started.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
when I'll be the one
you dream.
It's gonna
be me.
Dude, are you crying?
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
Welcome back. The Westgate Tigers have been a name to watch for on the football field, and they're making a name for themselves on the basketball court. Spencer Verrett has the story.
The Westgate Tigers have gotten off to a fiery start under longtime head coach Oliver Winston. With a team of just sophomores and juniors that have been playing together for a long time, the Tigers have made 3 tournament championship games.
These kids have been together for a long time, since they were 5 years old. So they have a great bond with each other, and they hold each other accountable. They know the next moment is going to be a bigger moment. That's why they came here. That's why they're with us, because they want to get opportunities to play in the biggest games on the biggest stages.
Despite their youth, the Tigers have competed and beaten some of the state's best. Even with no true big man, the Tigers keep the pace high.
We know we're not the biggest team, but you got to contend with the speed. So if you want to put those big boys on the floor, hopefully they can run for 4 quarters, because we're going to run.
Westgate fans have been so excited for this group to finally hit the hardwood. Coach Winston has been keeping up with these guys since they were very young. Guys like Caden Lancelin and DeKylan Joseph have been integral parts of the team so far.
Well, my assistant for 20 years, Cookie Archangel, his son's on the team. So I've been seeing these guys since they were 5 years old, so I've been knowing them all. DeKylan's dad played for me. So, I've been knowing these kids for a long time, so they play hard for me. They play hard for us.
We just been sticking together, really. And we just been sticking together, and chemistry just keep building up, and then we're just sticking together. On a big stage like this, we just gotta keep playing. We gotta play through it, and just keep playing.
It's kind of been rough at the beginning, being that they coming from football. I was playing basketball, so I was in the gym. I was hot, but I had to carry my team on my back. But being that we ready now, though. Being that at the beginning we was a little rusty, but now we straight now. Yes, sir. He also coached my pops. Being that my pops came to the Westgate, I got to carry his legacy.
The Tigers, the champions of the Sunkist Shootout in 2026, increasing the hype around this team. Coach Winston excited about where his guys are at.
Me and Coach Archangel, that's been with me over 20 years, we always say be very careful of us if you let us get to December, out of December, over 500. Because, you know, all my guys play football, so usually it takes us a little while. I am extremely happy because our conditioning is fairly good. And that's a quick turnover. I mean, you know, because I gave them a week and a half off after football season. So since, I think it's been 10 days, we've played 7 games. So we've basically run ourselves into shape. So that I'm excited about. I think they're in pretty doggone good shape.
And despite having guys come from football, there is one key element the Tigers have been working to improve in 2026.
Football season, because they all play football. Weight room, they're getting stronger. And I think those two combinations, I thought last year, you know, we had some decent success. We're able to get a couple of rounds in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, we just weren't strong enough. And so, you know, we're still in the weight room, still getting stronger. So them playing football, being successful in football, you're going to come to basketball and be scared of what? You're getting hit by 300-pound guys. You're getting chased around by 300-pound guys. So I think that's built their confidence.
Westgate also finished runner-ups in the Lafayette Renaissance and Turlings tournaments and now prepares for district and trying to make a run at their first state title since 2007. Reporting for the LHSA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Thanks so much, Spencer. Coming up on the High School Spotlight, a big Division I boys soccer matchup happened last Thursday between Denham Springs and Brother Martin. We recap the game right after the break. Stay with us.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
When looking for college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed, and I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
Checking back in on the High School Spotlight, there's a lot of high-quality soccer being played throughout Louisiana right now, and 2 competitive 5A teams went head-to-head last week as Denham Springs took on Brother Martin. Both the Yellow Jackets and the Crusaders are in the top 5 in the power ratings, which made for an exciting Thursday night matchup. For Denham Springs, it was a hard-fought victory against Brother Martin. After a scoreless first half, Yellow Jackets head coach Sean LeBlanc needed his guys to make the right adjustments if they wanted to win this one.
Our defensive shifts. Their wingers were causing us problems for the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half, and they were getting a lot of free crosses in. So we needed to make sure that our outside strikers and our outside backs were shifting into positions a little bit quicker and higher up the field so we could kind of shut that part of their offense down.
The first and only goal of the match came in the second half, thanks to the Denham Springs junior Eliel Sabio.
I just saw the goalkeeper making a mistake, the ball bouncing, and I asked for the ball, and I just took it and looked at the goal and took the shot. It was a relief because the game was hard. It was 0-0, tough game, and so it was great to score.
Eliel is clutch in a lot of ways. He comes through with us in game control, big moments, big times in the games where he can either stem the curve where we're losing momentum, or he can score big-time goals in big-time moments. He just does everything for us, whatever we ask. He's always there for it.
This kind of game requires a fight from both teams, and winning a matchup like this is a character-building moment for this Yellow Jackets group.
You try to find your identity every year, and a game like that, when they can lean on each other, trust in each other, and believe in each other, and take down a team like Brother Martin that is very good this year. It just builds confidence in the team, but I think in each other and the belief in what we're doing.
It's a fight, and we just have to keep on going, believe in ourselves, and we just gotta keep on going.
This victory was against a familiar team for Coach LeBlanc, who spent several years on Brother Martin's coaching staff prior to his tenure at Denham Springs.
I know a lot of those kids over there. I've coached a lot of those kids, and I've been friends, and I've known Matt for a long time and their coaching staff, and it's just a bunch of good people. They do a great job over here, and Brother Martin is always going to have a special place to me. I was there for a long time, but it's neat. It's fun. It's just a little bit of added bonus of being able to come back and get a win against our buddies.
It's Coach LeBlanc's second year with the Yellow Jackets, and after an impressive first year at Denham Springs that ended in the semifinals, it's time for this year's team to really figure out who they are as the ending of the regular season draws close.
I think we had to find our identity after losing some very key players in last year's run. We were really successful last year and obviously fell short in the semis. So every year you have to find your identity again, and we needed players to step up in the positions with the players that were lost. And I think games like this just help us believe, and they help us know that we're capable of getting back to where we were.
Next, we introduce you to some of the top-tier football talent throughout the state who were named Warrick Dunn finalists. We'll be right back.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
when I'll be the one
you dream.
It's gonna
It's gonna be rain.
Dude, are you crying?
At Breck Golf Courses, we focus on the highest level of play. That means award-winning courses, state-of-the-art practice facilities, unique shot-making opportunities, and tournament-level playing experiences. With 2 championship courses located in the parish, Beaver Creek and Santa Maria courses make the perfect setting to test your golf skills. Find your next hole-in-one with Breck Golf.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back. We're almost ready to put the bow on football season, but first we've got some more winners to crown. Our annual Warrick Dunn Award is coming up, and 10 of the top talented athletes across the state have been named finalists. Steve Schneider introduces you to those players.
Only 2 times in this award's 19-year history, there have been 3 finalists from the same team. Number 2 is 2-time champions Edna Carr. Joining another Saints team that celebrated in the Superdome, the 2017 West Feliciana Saints, and the first team with 3 finalists, quarterback Derek Turner, receiver Darius Davis, who starred at TCU and just wrapped up his 3rd NFL season with the Chargers, and that year's Warrick Dunn Award winner Smoke Harris, who went on to shine with a spectacular college career in Ruston at Louisiana Tech. And speaking of Ruston, we've got 3 juniors as finalists this year, following in the footsteps of Carr's John Johnson III, who was the first and only underclassman last year. Ahmad Hudson, Ruston's big playmaking receiver, making the Bearcats the only school with finalists all 3 years since the Warrick Dunn Award went statewide, following number 22 Jaden Mayfield, who stayed in Ruston to play at Tech, and LSU Tiger Aiden Andy, who's welcoming another Aiden to DBU and the all-time list of finalists for this award. Aiden Hall of the Carr Cougars, nicknamed Agent Zero, joining Johnson, plus dominating D lineman Richard Anderson on Bryce Brown's incredible defense as the record-tying trio of finalists from one school. There are 2 two-way players in this class of finalists. Chance Babineau, who did it all for his Caring Crow Bears. And Ouachita Lions state champion Wydell Clark Jr. Another junior finalist this year is LSU commit Peyton Pop Houston, the Evangel Christian quarterback. And the 3rd junior is Denham quarterback Elijah Haven, who headlines a trio of finalists from the Baton Rouge area. That also includes the nation's #1 rated lineman from the U-High Cubs, LSU signee Lamar Brown. And the state's leading rusher and record breaker his senior season, Trevin Simon of Ascension Catholic, closes out the 10 finalists for the Warrick Dunn Award. Reporting for the LHSA Network, I'm Steve Schneider.
Thanks, Steve. Next on the high school spotlight, we put the soccer cleats back on and introduce you to a talented athlete in the net for Mandeville girls soccer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
When looking for a college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed. And I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
Welcome back to the High School Spotlight. Mandeville girls soccer has quite the talented athlete in the net. Meet the junior standout, Savannah Wyndham, who's been making a big impact on the Skipper soccer program since she first suited up in blue and white. Mandeville girls soccer sits in the 4th place of the LHSAA power ratings and has not allowed an opponent to score a goal in the past 4 games. A big reason for that is the athlete in the net for the Skippers, Savannah Wyndham.
She's really steady, again, very disciplined, and very coachable. Again, she's willing to take comments, advice, and keep working at it. Because sometimes, I guess, as they get older, like all of us as we get older, we become a little more entrenched in what we do and convinced that that's right. And she's very willing to work at it, and she's very willing to work with a variety of different other players too, because the goalkeeper's got to work with the defenders as well, and breaking in different defenders and trying to be patient with them as they learn what you do and learn your voice. Her patience is really important as well.
Trying to keep everybody together, because when you're back there in goalkeeping, you can see the whole field. So trying to keep people in the right positions and make sure they're doing their job.
Savannah has been starting for the Skippers since she was a freshman. Her consistency in the net has strengthened Mandeville soccer on the field. So now, as a junior, she's finding herself embracing a leadership role and leading by example every day.
I would just say encouraging, trying to keep the team up. We do very well with that, encouraging people, so try to maintain that.
Again, I think it's the work ethic and her willingness to not only make herself better, but when you get out there, she doesn't take days off or plays off. And so you have, when you go through a long season where you have a lot of practices and a lot of games, you don't see her having off days or just goofing around where you say we're not putting in the work.
Savannah's a multi-sport athlete, playing shortstop for the Mandeville softball team. It takes a lot of discipline to balance all of the things that this junior participates in.
It takes a lot of personal discipline because it's hard, even as a coach, that I go from girls soccer season, take a couple of days and go right into boys and girls tennis season. And it's hard for me to go straight from one sport to the other just because there's no break. And then to go right into softball as an athlete, again, is just a lot of personal discipline and willingness to take on challenges, because the easier part would be to say this is just too much and I need to give myself a break. And so sometimes it is hard to say I'm just going to take a day off, but I think the discipline and the willingness to make some sacrifices is something that's important to her success there.
Well, it's a lot of time managing and having to decide where you need to go, what's probably best to go to, and you just make more connections too. I have another girl that plays in softball with me with soccer, so we help each other out trying to stay on top of things. So,
outside of the hallways of Mandeville High, Savannah plays for Slidell Soccer Club, where she's won 3 USYS state championships, and in 2024 won a Southern Regional Championship and played in the National President's Cup. The goalkeeper was named the 2025 United Soccer Coaches Louisiana Player of the Year.
It was incredible. Like, you're in front of all these people, all these coaches, and these teams that are from all over the place, and you get to see what they're like, what competition you have elsewhere, and it's just really great.
You often can be your own toughest critic, and so it's a good opportunity for her to see that she's capable of playing at a legitimate national level when you're playing teams from not just this area, but all over the country, and competing with them and advancing to such a high level. Gives you a chance to have a more tangible way of measuring yourself and saying, yeah, we really did do very well here, as opposed to always finding a way to discount your achievements, I guess. It's good for us to be able to say, that was our goalkeeper who was on the President's Cup national finalist team and such too. So she represents us well at the club level as well.
Coming up, we're jumping back over on the hardwood and heading up to the Don Redden tournament. Meet one of the teams who showed up and showed out after the break.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Welcome back. The Jaguars from Madison have been no stranger to making deep runs in March Madness. Spencer Verrett caught up with the unbeaten Jags at the Don Redden tournament.
The Madison Jaguars are off to an undefeated start this season. After making it to the state tournament under Coach John Holmes in 2025, the Jags are hoping to make another push with the talented squad in 2026.
Right, I've always learned this, when you have a good, talented team, they practice against each other every day. So we lost some seniors, but those seniors, we had juniors and freshmen, sophomores that was practicing against those seniors last year. And so now it's their opportunity to kind of show what they made out of. And they're stepping up to the challenge.
Madison Parish, always one of the teams to watch when it comes to basketball, even back when they were McCall High School, winning a few titles back in the 90s. Holmes credits the standard set in Tallulah even back in 2006 when Holmes was an assistant for their last state title.
Tradition, tradition. We have a tradition in Tallulah, basketball. We just got to live up to that tradition. We don't ever want to let the community down, let ourselves down. We just want to keep it going, thriving and thriving. And we put in the work, we put in the time, the effort. It kind of pays off for us. I'm really proud of our guys.
One of those guys helping carry on that tradition is Brian Vaughn, a senior guard that can shoot the lights out. Vaughn hoping to lead his team back to the Burton Coliseum. He was named the player of the tournament for the Don Redden Classic.
I feel like this year better than the last year team. Everybody can score, rebound, all types of stuff. Every game we come out strong, and we think about state every time. Every time we lost this, every game we lost this semifinal came out strong.
Right, four-year starter, leadership. He proved it tonight. You know, he's tough. Big hard fall that he had down on there. That was kind of scared for him on the injury, but he fought through it.
And speaking of the Red-In, the Jags, the first team from outside Ouachita Parish to win the Red-In since Rayville in 2018. Madison taking down Ouachita in the semis, and a talented Franklin Parish team in the championship game in front of a Jaguar supporting crowd.
I think all of them stepped up. You know, no one is bigger than the next man on our team. That's our motto that we've always had, and that's the motto we'll keep having. We knew that going in, and that was the whole message. You know, it's time for somebody else other than somebody in Monroe to win. And so that was one of the motivating factors that we talked about going in. Played against a tough team in Franklin Parish. Like I said, a good friend of mine, Coach Cooper, from McCall, from Tallulah. So I knew it was going to be a tough game that we had. But I'm proud of my kids to come over in this type of atmosphere, this big tournament that we have in Monroe, and for them to perform the way that they did, I'm really proud, especially of my seniors.
Despite their unbeaten record, senior Stephen James will still tell you that people are sleeping on the Jags and to continue to sleep on them.
Everybody, they doubted us before we got here. Every time, the outcome always, we were going to lose. We ain't done.
Madison will hope to continue their unbeaten run into district, where they'll run into an equally talented Faraday squad this season. Reporting from Monroe for the LHSA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Good stuff, Spencer. Next on the high school spotlight, we sit down with one of the boys' soccer powerhouses in the state. Hear the latest on the St. Paul's Wolves coming up after the break.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
When looking for college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed, and I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You know, you find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
Checking back in on the high school spotlight, St. Paul's soccer is coming off of winning another state championship. The Wolves program has become a powerhouse in the state, and a lot of that is because of legendary head coach Sean Moser. I caught up with Coach Moser in all things St. Paul's soccer. Consistency is one of the reasons why St. Paul's soccer is a dominant power in Louisiana. After graduating key players from last year's state title winning team, the Wolves have several guys ready to step up.
Last year we had a couple of stars, I would say, and this year we all just do our job really well together as a team. We're all good players, but we don't really rely on, last year we relied on a couple players to score. This year it's kind of been everybody. So yeah, we're all just working better together.
When we communicate well, we played, our best game I think was in Dallas, and we played the number 3 team in Texas and beat them 3-0. And we were spotless. Communication was good, connectivity was good. So we're capable of playing like that. It's just we got to be more consistent.
One of the strengths of this year's team is their resiliency through adversity.
I would say our competitiveness. I feel like we have a good
good fight, I guess, because, we're definitely not the most skilled team, but, we still bring home wins a lot, so that's always good.
I like the fight of the group. I mean, we were down, we got a couple injuries in Dallas, and we had 3 subs, and we were close in every game against quality competition. So I think we're resilient, and we stay positive. And there's a fight about them. I've never really talked about the repeat or state championship streak, but I think it's kind of ingrained that if you come here and play, especially when you hit junior or senior year, you're kind of like, okay, you know what? My brother played here, my cousin played here. He won a state championship. He lost in the finals. So there's kind of a pressure they put on themselves. So I try to keep it lighter than that because they put so much pressure on themselves.
The talent and excellence of St. Paul's soccer is outstanding. Most of the time, athletes don't get the chance to play on the Wolves varsity squad until their junior or senior year because of how much competition there is. The high-quality soccer is a standard that's been fueled by head coach Sean Moser, who's been taking programs to new heights everywhere that he's gone since he first started his coaching career.
When I was in grad school, I was assistant coach at Woodham High School in Pensacola, Florida, and we won. So talk about the state of Florida, and we were panhandle, and we were beating teams out of Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, Miami, and all that. So I went from there to taking over Sacred Heart, who the year before I got there was 0-16. And the first year we were 7-5-2 and made the playoffs. So I just think that, and I brought some of them, I was still playing men's league, and I brought those guys in on Saturdays to play with the team, and they got better, and then more people came to the schools, we started to win. And so I played in 8 finals at Sacred Heart in 15 years, winning 4. And I just came across here. I coached on the boys' side of the club and came across here after Katrina, and I just kind of kept the standard up. When the summer hits, we have already chosen captains. I let the team that is leaving choose, and then in the summer they get together on their own. They call captains practices. So because of the program that I started, or built starting, back in 2010, it's just kind of, it feeds off itself.
Now with over 700 career wins, Coach Moser feels that his coaching style has changed when he had kids himself. He's also put an emphasis on really building strong relationships with his players that last after high school.
I kind of didn't make it just about, we've got to win. There's more important things in life, and it's nice if you do win, that you can see the benefits of your hard work. A lot of these guys, when they hit senior year and they graduate, they're done. They play for so long, and so it is nice to be able to play in the state championship and or win. And then just having positive relationships with the players. A lot of these guys, as I said, I teach some sophomores, mostly seniors, so a lot of these guys I'll have taught and write recommendations for college and all that. And my 2 JV coaches, they played for me for 3 years each, and they played in college, and then they were back in town working, and they take the afternoon off and help with the program. So
definitely one of the best coaches in Louisiana soccer history, so I've learned a lot from him as a player and a student. I was also in his class last year. Good experience.
One of those memories of a relationship with an athlete that's gone beyond the high school days comes from last year's state championship game.
The night of last year's state championship was the wedding of Mason Robichaud, who Dad and I are very good friends. And apparently all my family was there. So my wife was there, my son was there, my daughter was there. And literally they said that everyone was streaming the game in the church. And so the father, Cliff Robichaud, would turn up what's going on. He would talk, and then his son on the stage was like, hey, what's happening? So it's just the whole, and then I went right from the game to the reception, and it was just no longer people talking about the wedding, they were talking about another state championship and that kind of thing. So it's become part of who I am, and I love doing it. When I'm ready to give up coaching, which is pretty soon, I'll still teach. I love teaching too, so.
Next on the High School Spotlight, we introduce you to a basketball player who's trying to elevate the standard of Sterlington boys hoops. Don't go anywhere. The High School Spotlight will be right back.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one
you dream.
it's gonna.
It's gonna be great.
Dude, are you crying?
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back. Sterlington has been a dominant power in football and baseball over the last few years, but a certain Panther over on the hardwood is trying to bring the basketball team to new heights, and his name is Cooper Nelson.
Cooper Nelson is the definition of a walking bucket. The Sterlington senior guard, one of the top scorers in the state of Louisiana, Nelson averaged 27 points per game his junior year and is seeing that level of production again in 2026.
I mean, I'm proud of overall how the season's gone to start the year. We've dropped a few close ones that I wish we could get back, but thinking back on the past and the games we lost isn't going to, change the outcome. So we're just focused on keeping our head down and working and winning the games that we have coming up.
Well, he exemplifies just a workaholic. He's a gym rat. He's in the weight room. He's working on his craft all the time, but he's tough, man. I don't have negative things to say about Cooper Nelson. His game is as complete as anybody in the state, and our team rallies around that. He gets a big rebound, the energy goes up. He makes a big shot, the energy goes up, and they're okay with their role in that. But we're just a lot of times we are the underdogs in Monroe, Alexandria, Shreveport, and we just kind of welcome that role. We bite our bottom lip, play as hard as we can, and then hope that the preparation has put us in a position to win the ball game.
Nelson able to score even when opponents try to stay glued to him, using that attention to try to find his teammates, but knowing when it gets late and a clutch shot is needed, he is the guy.
Yeah, well, since my sophomore, junior year, we've been seeing box and ones and double teams. So as a team, I think we've kind of just grown accustomed to it, and we've kind of figured out how to, gel together and still be able to get me shots and also highlight other guys.
If he wanted to take a lot more shots, he could. He understands the value of getting his teammates involved. He understands the value of teamwork. And so when they're open, he finds them. He prides himself in the rebound. He had 12 rebounds in our previous game, along to go with 32 points against Mangum. He's had some double-digit assist games. So he's not just a scorer. He's incredibly complete. And so his teammates know that he's a team player.
Yes, sir. Down the stretch, I kind of just get into the mindset of just doing whatever it takes to win. I mean, I always carry that mindset, but I think I do a good job of just finding the way to just dig deep, find that extra gear when it gets down to the wire. So, I pride myself, and I just trust the work I put in those big moments, and, never going to be afraid to take the big shot.
Nelson, already the leading scorer in Sterlington history, recently eclipsing 2,500 points in his career. He was honored earlier this season for breaking the record.
Yeah, it was surreal. Coach Glenn did a great job calling a timeout and, kind of letting the fans give me a cheer. So I appreciated that, and it was just a surreal moment, something I've been working towards pretty much my whole life. So it was really cool to be able to experience it with my teammates and coaches.
Cooper modeling his game around some of the greats in the NBA, but his dad's inspiration for the name Cooper coming from Lonnie Cooper, a Hall of Fame basketball player for LA Tech, now coaching at Franklin Parish. Some might say he was bound to be pretty good on the hard court.
Just like any other kid, I've grown up watching Steph Curry and then, just facilitating wise guys like Steve Nash, just undersized guards that get to it. My dad grew up playing basketball against Lonnie Cooper, and, they were good buddies, had a lot of good battles, and he always liked the name, so that's kind of where mine came from.
The Panthers hoping to reach new heights this season under head coach Paul Glynn. Sterlington will face defending champs Richwood later this season, but the Panthers did pick up a win over the Rams in the Don Redden tournament en route to a consolation championship finish.
I got here 6 years ago, and I said, hey, at some point in time, we're gonna put a banner up there. Our first goal is a district title, and I think that's very attainable this year. I have 6 seniors, Cooper being one of those 6, and they've been working for 4 years now to hang a banner, and they do understand football's hanging banners, baseball's hanging banners, track's hanging banners. It's time for us to hang one. That is not anything we're hiding. And then after that, let's just get in the playoff, go 0-0 like everybody in that first round, and let's hope that district title, carries over. On paper, Rich Wood, state title last year. Coach DeMartin does a wonderful job, but we're gonna be prepared. We're gonna go battle, and we'd love to hang a banner and be, part of Sterlington that says, hey, take a look at us a little closer, maybe.
Nelson continues to do amazing things on the hardwood, but also leads school programs like the FCA in his free time, spending time mentoring the youth in the Sterlington area. A great example of a student athlete. Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Coming up, we take one last moment to relive the highlights of the football state championships right after the break.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Back on the high school spotlight, while the new year is here, the excitement of winning a state championship is still very fresh for the newly crowned football state champs around the boot. And for one last time, Steve Schneider takes you back through all the epic moments from inside the Superdome.
Charles Catholic's got new life. Redemption on his mind. High snap, they get it down. It heads to the uprights. It is good! Oh my goodness! From heartbreak to hero.
Thanks so much, Steve. Make sure to tune in for our next episode of the High School Spotlight as we continue to give you exclusive coverage of high school soccer and basketball around the boot. We'll see you next Wednesday right here on the High School Spotlight. Thanks for watching.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one
you dream.
it's gonna.
It's gonna be way.
Dude, are you crying?
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
At Breck Golf Courses, we focus on the highest level of play. That means award-winning courses, state-of-the-art practice facilities, unique shot-making opportunities, and tournament-level playing experiences. With 2 championship courses located in the parish, Beaver Creek and Santa Maria courses make the perfect setting to test your golf skills. Find your next hole-in-one with Breck Golf.